Hey guys, Nick here from Untitled Toyota here in the Brampton Auto Mall, and today we're checking out the 2021 RAV4 PRIME XSE. Now this is the standard edition of the XSE. There is one package that is higher and one package that is lower. So this is really your middle of the road option for the RAV4 PRIME. And so the base model is the SE. This is the XSE standard, and then you can go up to an XSE with tech package. Now I'm going to put in the description below some of the differences that you can get in the XSE tech package compared to this one. But to start off, this is the sporty version of the RAV4 PRIME. It is the Extreme Sport Edition, as that is what XSE stands for. And as you can see right off the bat, there's a ton of sporty features. You can see the 19-inch premium alloy rims that really bring out a nice, speedy, sporty look to it. You can also have a look at this beautiful front end with the grille, this honeycomb grille, and these nice LED headlights really give a sporty look to this entire car. Now, one of the things I want to start off with is this honeycomb grille. As you can see, it just has a really classy but also sporty look to it, as well as our beautiful Toyota hybrid emblem. You can see the blue in there. That signifies that this is a hybrid vehicle. You can also tell by the green plates this is a plug-in electric hybrid vehicle. Now those green plates are wonderful in the province of Ontario, as you can get some nice perks, kind of like using the HOV lanes even if you're by yourself. So stuff like that, that's really handy when it comes to driving in the province of Ontario. Now that emblem is very helpful because it does more than just show that this is a Toyota hybrid. It actually also hides our radar technology, which we use for our pre-collision as well as our dynamic full range cruise control. Now going around the back, you'll see that there is a black roof. Now if you get an XSE, you have to get a black roof, but you can get a couple of different colors. This is the Blizzard Pearl, but there are different options such as the Supersonic Red, Blueprint, Silver Sky Metallic, as well as the Magnetic Gray Metallic. Now as I zoom out, you can see just coming around the back, just the beautiful body lines of this vehicle, the sporty look that the black roof brings as it comes all the way down, meeting with this beautiful Blizzard Pearl White. As we come around the back, you'll see that the dark glass really actually kind of continues that black roof kind of theme, so it really gives it a nice sporty look. As we come around the side, you'll see the charging port. The charging port is located at the back. There is a little door that hides it, just like your gas tank as well, but this side hides our charging system. Now as we come around the side here, you're just going to see you do have indicator lights on your mirrors for the passenger and driver side, just to show other drivers your intention of where you're planning on going. And then finally, as we come around to the front, you just see this really does look like every other RAV in the sense of it's got the same shape, it's got the same TNGA platform, but this is completely different, especially when you get behind the wheel. So let's take a look at the inside of this beautiful RAV4 PRIME. All right guys, now as always, before we get in the vehicle, I want to actually show you how to get into the vehicle. So as you can see, you do get a smart key system, but this one's a little bit different than the one you may be used to. This one is for our Prime vehicles. Now this one, especially for the RAV4 Prime, has a couple of different options that you can choose from. So you can lock, unlock traditionally, you can open and close your rear door, you can also use the panic button, but you also can turn on your air conditioning. Now that doesn't just mean cold air in the summer, it does also mean hot air in the winter. So whatever setting you leave your car at when you leave it last, that is what will be set when you hold this button. So on a nice hot day like today, if I press this button, the air conditioning will come on, and then should be nice and cool outside, then I can turn the heat on as well. Now, like every other smart key system, as we enter the vehicle, you can actually open and close or unlock and lock the doors based on just using the handle. So now this car is already unlocked. So if I press two fingers right here, I can lock it, and if I put my hand behind, it unlocks. Now as we go inside, first impressions of the inside of this car are that you have a sporty interior. You've got black Softex seats with a beautiful red pinstriping all the way throughout. Just gives you a nice sporty look through and through. The black interior is very rich, very luxurious. It does not look any bit cheap or just slapped together. Toyota has definitely taken some time to dress this RAV4 up to look luxurious, classy, but also a ton of fun. Now as I hop in, Other first impressions are that this is indeed a RAV. It is the same in a lot of respects to some of the other models that we have. You do have the same multi-information display. You still have a 9-inch touchscreen as some of our higher end RAV models go. And you also have a lot of the same interior. The size and structure of this vehicle is identical to every other RAV. The biggest change comes under the hood. Now, as we start this car up, it comes to life. You're going to see that 7-inch multi-information display come to life and just show you your speedometer, as well as a couple of different other electronic vehicle, hybrid vehicle pieces of information as well. You're going to see your hybrid gauge, you're going to see your fuel gauge and your battery gauge as well. It's going to show you how much life you have left in your battery. It's also going to show you how much range is left as well. So as you can see right now, you're looking at 36 kilometers of EV range left, and you're almost at half of the battery capacity. So there's a lot of driving left to do, but when it's full, you can do 68 kilometers on a single charge, which is very, very helpful, especially if you're someone who lives in a major city. You will be able to make it to and from work pretty easily, and to most places that you might be going. As we look over to this 9-inch touchscreen, you can see you do get your traditional hybrid information display that's going to show you right now. As you can see, the battery is running the climate system. You can also see when the engine is running, you'll be able to see where the power is being directed specifically, as well as when you're in electric vehicle mode, you'll be able to see where the electric motor is directing most of the power. You also have the opportunity to use your audio system, which will come with AM, FM, and Sirius satellite radio, as well as Bluetooth connectivity. You can use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto in this as well via a factory cable, which means that you'll be able to have your embedded navigation that way. You can use Waze, you can use Google Maps, or even Apple Maps, no matter which one you choose. As you come around the bottom here, you'll see that you do also have a lot of different settings here. For the vehicle, you can use your auto, EV, or HV settings. What that means is that the car will automatically switch between hybrid and electric vehicle power as it deems fit to get you the most efficient driving experience. Then you can also change between hybrid and electric power manually. So if you want to stay in electric power specifically, you can choose to do so. You also have eco, normal, and sport modes that will actually help you get the most out of this vehicle. This car is exhilarating to drive just in normal mode, but imagine seeing what it can do in the sport mode as well. And then finally, because this is an all-wheel drive model, all of our RAV4 Primes are all-wheel drive. You will get a trail mode, which will help you if you're looking to go a little bit beyond the normal road experience. So all in all, the inside of this car is very, very much similar to those that you will find on our other RAV4s. Your steering wheel is extremely similar, if not identical, and everything else really does look like a typical RAV4. But when you drive this car, you're going to notice that it is anything but the RAV4 of old. Now bear with me as we head on out for our drive just to see what this RAV4 Prime can do. Alright guys, so now we're going to take the XSE Standard Edition Prime out for a drive, and I'm going to show you a bit of the features and how it rides, as well as the performance and safety features as well. So let's take it out for a ride. Now, keep in mind we are in a little bit of a safety course here, so we're not on the main roads, just to be safer for those of you who may be concerned about that. Now, the first thing you feel with this XSE RAV4 Prime is the acceleration, and the smooth acceleration at that. Right now I am in electric vehicle mode, so that means that this car is exclusively running on electric power. And let me tell you something, it is quick, it is efficient, and it is smooth. Right now, you feel almost like you're on a rail. It's so smooth, you don't feel any of the bumps. That is because of our Sport Tune suspension. So the XSE has a wonderful Sport Tune suspension, meaning that you're gonna have tighter steering, you're going to have a smoother acceleration, as well as when you're cornering, in the corner and out of the corner, you're gonna feel a lot more control. Now, one of the coolest things that you're gonna feel in this car is the 302 net horsepower. Now that is amazing for a RAV. Like I said at the beginning, this is not grandma's old RAV4. This is a whole new generation of RAV4 experience. So if you're looking at a gasoline RAV4, you're gonna get 203 horsepower. If you're looking at a hybrid that doesn't plug in, you're looking at 219 115 horsepower. This one ups the ante all the way to 302. So that gives you enough to get where you're going efficiently, but also having a good time while doing it. Now, one of the other things that we look at when we take these cars out for a drive is Toyota's real, just their absolute connection to safety. They are determined to keep cars as safe as possible and to mitigate as many accidents as possible as well. So this specific RAV is equipped with our Toyota Safety Sense 2.0 with blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic safety alert. What that means is that it protects you on a 360-degree scale. So if you're looking in front of you, you get your pre-collision system that's going to help stop the vehicle if your reflexes aren't fast enough to do so. You also have your full speed dynamic range cruise control that's also going to protect you in a similar way while driving on the highway. Now, if you look out on the either side, you have blind spot monitoring that is going to help protect you on your sides to make sure that if you're trying to make a lane change and you don't see the car beside you, the car is going to react as well. You also have lane tracing with steering assist. So if I pull my car over to the side, the RAV is going to help bring me back into the lane to keep me safer, as well as keep me away from oncoming traffic. And then finally, looking out the back, you have rear cross traffic safety alert, which acts similar to our pre-collision system, but for the rear. While you're backing up, if you don't see that person coming out of the Walmart parking lot, the car is going to stop you and alert you that there is another car there. So all in all, this car is going to be a lot of fun to drive. It's very, very good for the environment, but it's also extremely safe to keep your precious cargo as safe as possible. So we've looked at the handling, we've looked at the economy, we've looked at the performance. All in all, this is a new generation of RAV4 that's not just here for reliability and safety, but here to have a good time and also take care of the environment while doing so. So if you're interested, keep on looking on and check out the rest of what this RAV4 Prime has to offer, like the back seat, as well as more performance numbers under the hood. Now that we're checking out the back, I want to remind you that this RAV4 is structurally the same as the other RAV4s that you may have seen, whether that be a Limited, an XSE hybrid, or even an LE all-wheel drive. Structurally, they are the same. Now, you will find some differences in that you have Softex seats with this nice pinstriping in here. You will also have heated seats in the back, but structurally the car is the same, which means you still get the wonderful utility out of this RAV4. So as I open this up, you'll see that the seats do go straight down, and all of the seats will go down, so that gives you just a little bit extra space, whether that be for hockey bags, IKEA purchases, you know, just a run-of-the-mill trip to the grocery store. All of these things can fit and give you a lot of utility out of the back of this vehicle. Now, as you can see, seats go back up, nice and simple, and you can still haul the family all the way around. You will have 5 well-positioned seats for 5 passengers, and it's a very, very comfortable car through and through. Now, one other thing I want to notice, or want to show you here, that you will notice is this beautiful moonroof. And so you do get a powered moonroof with the XSE standard. It opens up, it tilts and everything, and so it gives you a wonderful view outside. This is one of my favorite views inside the vehicle, is being able to see the stars at night or the clouds on a beautiful summer day such as today. So all in all, you're going to get a beautiful sunroof as well. Now, as I back out and I close this up, you will also get to see that the trunk is very similar as well. Now, there are 3 ways to open up your trunk. You can open it simply by just pressing the button and it will open nice and quick. You can also use your actual smart key as well, or there is a button position near the steering wheel for the driver as well. Now, as you can see, the back seat is very roomy. The trunk here has all kinds of different space. You do also get a tonneau cover, which is very handy to be able to protect things and keep them secure, but also keep them out of the sun. And this car here, specifically being a demo, it also has a nice cargo liner in the back that is wonderful for families. If you got some stuff that you want to throw in the back, or if you're someone who's maybe a little bit more active, you might have some dirt in the back. So all in all, it's got tons of space, and it really does keep the utility of a sport utility vehicle. Now, finally, let's check out the most important part of this vehicle, and really the highlight of the RAV4 Prime, which is the engine and the performance that comes from it. All right, now the most important part of a car is what is found under the hood. And fortunately, for those of you interested in the RAV4 Prime, that is one of the areas that it excels the most. Now, what you're gonna get, no matter what Prime you get, whether you get an SE, XSE standard, or an XSE with tech, you're going to get the same powertrain, and that is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine paired with our plug-in Toyota hybrid Synergy drive. Now what that gets you is not only 302 net horsepower, but it also gets you 6.4 liters per 100 kilometers combined fuel economy. Now that's with our 55-liter tank, so you're not going to be spending too much at the pump, but you won't be spending too much time at the pump anyway, given the efficiency of this powertrain. Now, also too, you're going to be pairing this engine with an electronic continuously variable transmission, which is going to be constantly making sure that it performs at the most efficiently possible. So all in all, you're looking at a vehicle that is efficient, practical, and a ton of fun to drive, all while making sure we take care of the environment around us. So if you're interested in this RAV4 Prime XSE standard, come on down to 110 Can-Am Crescent here in the Brampton Auto Mall. This specific one is a demo and it is available to test drive, so feel free to come on down and see all that the RAV4 Prime has to offer. Take care, guys.